Why is it important to know the laws? So you don't go to jail, you don't get in trouble, and you don't have to pay unnecessary money to a state. With that being said, not only is this video going to talk about gun laws, but it's going to talk about laws in general, and some laws that you probably never even heard of. So let's get into this video. A law that I never heard of, that it is illegal to walk through an alley. I was reading somewhere on the internet, someone was walking through the alley, they got stopped by the police, and they said it's illegal to walk through back alleys. I don't know, it was some crazy stuff. If I could find the story, I will post it. I'll post the link in the description box below if I could find it. But that's one weird law that I have never heard of before, ever. So, and it's important to know the gun laws so you can always keep yourself out of trouble, and you don't want to end up in trouble, especially now with a firearm. It's important to know the gun laws because you can easily go from a misdemeanor offense to a felony offense, especially with a firearm. If you get caught carrying in a place that you're not supposed to be carrying, you're carrying under the influence, you're carrying with unlawful intent, those kind of things can get you charged and booked, and your gun will be taken away from you, and you will not be able to get a CPO at that point. But if you are CPO certified and you are caught doing this, it's certain stipulations depending on the situation, what happens. I think the first offense, they take your CPO for 30 days, the second is 60 days, and the third I think is gone for good, and you gotta pay like $5,000 in fines or something like that. So that's why it's important to educate yourself, know your laws, and just do some simple research. Just look up where you can and can't carry a firearm. Look up what lawful intent means. And make sure if you are not CPO certified, you are not carrying your gun concealed. Because if you get caught carrying concealed, you're not CPO certified, they can confiscate your gun. It could constitute to a misdemeanor charge, and you could get booked in jail for maybe a day or 3, something like that. So it's important to always just know the law, uphold the law, and for any reasons, just in case you have a police encounter, they try and take away your rights, they try and do something unconstitutional to you, you know what you're talking about, you know your law. So look up some of it, like freedom of speech. That's one of the most important laws. Me personally, I done had a lot of run-ins with the law or the police. Thankfully, never been in jail, never been in juvenile. I never even been in the back of a police car. I never even been handcuffed, thankfully. And it's hard to say for me being a young black male, but none of those things ever happened to me, and I'm thankful for that. But I did have a whole lot of instances where police tried to violate my rights and tried to just get me to do things that they wanted me to do. Like, I was walking down the street, a cop pulled up on the side of me. He told me, he asked me what my name is. I told him I don't have to disclose my name. And he asked me to lift up my shirt. He asked me if I had a gun. They said they was looking for somebody in the area that just robbed somebody. So basically he was trying to profile me at that point. I told him I don't have a gun. I don't have to lift up my shirt. I don't have to ID myself. I don't have to tell you who I am. He just drove away and just kept it pushing. But it's certain instances like that where you use freedom of speech and you know the law. And that's just ridiculous, because at that point I would have just said, unless you suspect me of a crime, I do not have to ID myself. I don't have to tell you if I have a firearm. Unless you suspect me of a crime and you're detaining me, I don't have to tell you any of this information. And then my next question, after you tell me you are suspecting me of a crime, I want to know what the crime is, what the nature of the crime is, and what gives you any reason to suspect me out of everybody. What gives you a reasonable suspicion that I am the perp or the person that you're looking for? And I will ask for their badge number, I will ask for their name, and then I will pull out my ID. Then I will tell them who I am and all that good stuff. But you're not just gonna pull up on the side of me and just say, I wanna know who you is. I wanna know if you got a gun on you. And it's literally busy on the street, it's a lot of people walking, and you stop me out of everybody. So I want to know exactly what I'm getting myself into. I'm not identifying myself until you tell me I'm being detained. You suspect me of a crime, and you tell me what the crime is you suspect me of. So, crime. What would pinpoint you to think me out of everybody just because I'm in the area? So, know your laws, educate yourself, and don't let the cops take away your freedom of speech or your freedom to not speak. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something, and I hope you are educating yourself more and more, not only focusing on the gun laws, but the laws in general, because you want to be able to protect yourself. You want to be able to get yourself out of certain situations that can be avoidable. So anyway, thanks for watching.